Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jamesville-DeWitt Central High School here in DeWitt, New York for this contest between the visiting Baldwinsville Bees and your Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams. Hi everybody, Sam Gelfand here for JDTV alongside my first-time color commentator, Phoenix McBride. How are you doing today, Phoenix?
I'm doing great, Sam. How are you doing today?
Pretty good, and I can tell that you're just about as excited for this matchup as we are at home.
Of course, I'm excited. I'm excited to see JD do great and dismantle Baldwinsville in every single way.
Well, I'm sure that everyone on JD certainly hopes for that, and JD has been doing a lot of that this season. They have a record of 8-1. They have not lost since September 28th. Their only loss of the season coming to Liverpool. Now, this is another Class AA opponent. Not quite the same record as Liverpool. They're only 2-10 on the year, but it still could spell trouble if the Red Rams are not careful. It
could spell trouble if the Red Rams are not careful. That's a very impressive record, though, and I'm very excited to see what they can do against Baldwinsville today.
Only one way to find out as the Red Rams are preparing to get onto the attack. We will see who will serve first. It is the Red Rams, and it will be Matt Keeler. A great stop at the net, and the Red Rams are falling all over each other. Unfortunately, the dig from Avery Tyson sends it out of bounds, and Baldwinsville goes up 1-0 in the first set.
Oh, that is unfortunate, but I know Avery, and I know Avery will be better next time.
And if there's one thing we know about the Red Rams, the story this season is serve is a little overcooked, and we're now tied at 1. There's one thing we know about the Red Rams this season is that despite the relative inexperience of everyone on the Red Rams, it is living proof of how important team chemistry really is.
I can tell it is because the Red Rams, they're 8-1 and they are doing amazing. Yeah.
There's a great block of the net and another.
Avery has great chemistry between the net and the ball. He knows when the ball is going over the net, and you can see that by the box.
Really, you can chalk up that kill to, or that entire point to Luke McQuaid. Take another look at what transpired. McQuaid with some excellent blocks at the net, and the Bees were simply not able to hang on. Sent over, pushed back. Now it's set up by Keeler. McQuaid sends it over. Aiden Bates setting it up nicely for Aaron Coe.
Aiden Bates has amazing court awareness, and that set was just beautiful. I'm excited to see what he can do in the future.
Unfortunately, it is a Baldwinsville point, so it is 2-2 now. Serve coming for Nick Helbig. The Baldwinsville Bees in a fluorescent pink tonight. That one is just inside. The Red Rams coloring inside the lines. And it looks like we're going to have a quick substitution. A.J. Hildreth coming on for Baldwinsville in exchange for Nick Helbig, who goes to the bench. Set up, then sent over by Liam Ramsey. Pushed up by Coe, and sent over by Ryan.
Yeah. Mike Ryan purposely put his pass there, I could tell. He knew that the one person who received the ball wasn't going to have a great receive, and I could tell by the way he used it.
By the way, if you feel like telling as well, don't forget that we have a comment section here.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Oh, don't worry. I'm just telling everyone at home that we have a comment section here on YouTube in which we can read it throughout this game, and if we like what they say, we might even read it out on the air. So feel free, let your voices be heard here on JDTV. As that's Avery Tyson who sends it in.
Avery Tyson has a great serve. His float was just beautiful and was sent right over to the other side's court. They just couldn't receive that.
And Tyson will get chance number 2. Another serve, dig from Kudaraskis, who may have been instrumental in that point going Baldwinsville's way. Braden Kudaraskis, who's wearing number 22 today, the libero, he digs more than an excavator.
Braden Kudaraskis has amazing passing power, and I know that in the future he will be amazing.
We don't even have to wait for the future. We've already seen it in the early stages of this matchup tonight. That's a dig for Gibson Budov, and it spins off the top of the net. Goes Baldwinsville's way. And is that in the line? Yes. You know what? Let's analyze that on the instant replay. Let's see if we can point it out. That lands right about here. Guess that is inside the line. Dig for Tyson. Kept inbounds, sent over by Bates. Blocks at the net. And Keeler sends it right into the net. It is 6-5. Now, this is not the first time that JD and Baldwinsville have played each other this season. In fact, the last time they met was on September 17th, and the Red Rams took that game 3-0.
I was at that Baldwinsville game, and I can tell you, Sam, that game was amazing. The digs, the hits, it was all perfect.
The Red Rams might need some of that perfection to stay competitive in this matchup, as does Baldwinsville, as it's 7-5, and now about to serve is Aiden Bates.
Aiden Bates is a deadly serve. I think he has a lot of aces during the season because of how cool and good his serve is.
He certainly seems relaxed as he sends it over to the other side, sets it up, and that one is on the line. You know, Baldwinsville has been flirting with disaster so far. So many of these kills are coming right at the paint.
Yeah. We shall see if JD has a way to return from this.
Tried to set up Nick DeCaney, but he just had to watch it go out of bounds. And we are all tied up at 7. Now, when the Red Rams did take that last game 3-0, the final scores of the sets were 25-21, 25-16, and 25-21. DeCaney with the kill!
Nick DeCaney, like I said previously, has amazing court awareness. You can see that from his hitting style. I'm so impressed.
DeCaney, our favorite player here at JDTV, as he is a member of the staff, at least when it's not volleyball season.
He is? It's amazing.
One of the 2 founding members of JDTV, actually, is set up. A little bit of desperation play, and what a block coming over the top of the net by Michael Ryan. So now it's Luke McQuaid, who is a recent call-up to the varsity roster.
You know, I played with Luke McQuaid, and he was just amazing. He got kills after kills. I'm so excited to see what he can do on varsity.
Into the net, and they're going to have to let that drop, so it's 9-8 now. But, you know, you got to wonder, what does that do to your mentality being on JV and then in the middle of the season getting told, hey, we need you to come up to varsity and step up to the plate?
Personally, if I was moved up to varsity in the middle of the season, I'd be so proud of myself. That would boost my mentality. Like Kobe Bryant, I'd have the mom mentality, and I would just start playing amazing.
Off the hand of Liam Ramsey. That was so much power from Aaron Coe.
Looked like that ball was going the speed of light.
And take another look at that. That came off his hand like a rocket.
Oh, my God. Let me tell you, Aaron Coe, he is insane. I played with him last year, and
so now it is Jimmy Wickham, the libero with the serve. Set up by Mitcho, and simultaneous blocks at the net. DeCaney as well as Tyson. Looks like there's a touch at the net, and it goes Baldwinsville's way.
Unfortunately, even the best of us touch the net sometime when we go into block. I bet Nick will be there right next time to block the ball and send it straight down.
Great effort from Wickham, but it's difficult to predict how a ball will react coming off of the net like that. That goes out, and the Red Rams will get another chance. These two teams are leapfrogging right now. It is very close.
It is.
Now, of course, Phoenix, you are a member of the junior varsity team here at Jamesville-DeWitt. Is there anything that's going on in your head when it just seems like you can't establish a lead over another team?
Yes. Whenever I can't establish a lead, I always look to one of the best players, one of my favorite players, the setter. He knows what to do. He can call the plays. Also, my coach, he's super awesome. Whenever we're in like a bad mood or something, he calls a timeout and he gets in our heads and he gives us that amazing mentality that we need to win the game and score the points.
Just like that, it is this blocking ability of the Red Rams that is just so incredible and so crucial to their success this season. I mean, take a look at this right now. On the season, the Red Rams have 81 blocks compared to 21 for Baldwinsville.
That is an amazing stat. Oh my God.
That is quite the discrepancy.
It's almost unbelievable. Oh my God.
That's what, 4 times as many, I think, for my quick mental math. Wickham with the dig. And it's the soft touch by Avery Tyson, the senior middle blocker.
I could tell Avery wanted to hit that ball, but he saw the space in the middle, and he was like, I'm going there, I'm getting the point, I'm going to win.
And that can be the difference between a good player and a great player, is to be able to reel yourself back and know when not to hit as much as when to go full throttle.
I 100% agree. The point of the game is to get the point, not to look the best.
And you know the Red Rams, they tend to look the best by getting the points. They're just, they are so loose and calm and relaxed out there.
Exactly. Like you mentioned earlier, the Red Rams are 8-1, and I believe that is part of the reason why. They're just so focused mid-game, and they always want to win.
Wickham Keeler sent over and off the hands of Liam Ramsey. 15-11. And the first timeout is taken by Baldwinsville. So while we have a moment, why don't we take a look at how these two teams did last season, actually, at least earlier in the spring. Both actually had records of 4-9, a bit of an off year, or off season for the Red Rams, though the Bees were also 5-12 in 2019. The Bees had more kills than the Red Rams did, about an even number of blocks. Bees had more assists, and the Red Rams had slightly more aces, 70-69. But it really has been the blocks that have been the difference maker for the Red Rams this season. And perhaps you can attribute that to the high turnover of players. There are so few players on this Red Rams squad who were on varsity last season.
Yes, I agree. I was with most of the players who are on varsity now last year when I played for JV, and we only lost one game, and it was our first game against Liverpool. Our blocking is amazing. Because of our blocking, I think we got most of our points because they don't hit, they just tip, and our passing is also amazing. I think that's why our varsity team is so good this year, because they have great passers and great blockers.
Seems that Liverpool's a bit of an Achilles heel for this team, huh?
Yeah, Liverpool is an Achilles heel for this team.
So 15-11, one timeout is burned by Baldwinsville, and we are just about ready to get back underway. Now, we spent a lot of this time talking about JD so far, but what have you seen from Baldwinsville that you've liked?
What have I seen from Baldwinsville? Baldwinsville, like you said previously, Brian Kudarisky, he's amazing. He's an outside hitter and a libero. With 94 digs, he clearly knows where the ball's going and has amazing court awareness.
And that's Kudaraskas, who tried to keep it in bounds there, but doesn't seem it worked out in his favor. I don't believe. I didn't see where they gestured, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was a JD point, yes. So here comes the serve from Aaron Coe. And a little too much mustard on it. You know, if you follow JD TV almost like a TV show with series or seasons, we first got a glimpse at Aaron Coe during baseball season as the catcher, having to be called up as a freshman to be on varsity. But he's really flourished in this volleyball role.
Yes, he has. Volleyball, I'm pretty sure, is his main sport, and he's amazing at it. Aaron Coe could have made varsity last year, but he chose not to benefit the JV team and to get a bit better at hitting. And you can see that clearly worked out.
There's a dig from Coe. Keeler. And a light hit over by Bates. Wickham. Keeler. And McQuaid gets the kill.
You know, I played with McQuaid earlier this season, and he was an amazing player. He kept getting the hits after hit. When we needed a point, we looked to him.
And he's certainly bringing some of that to varsity now. He only has spent one game previously at the varsity level. We recorded 5 digs, but no kills. but he's really blossoming tonight. And another point goes the Red Rams' way. It's 18-12. Serving now is Avery Tyson, who is really a pillar of this team. 19 aces coming into this game, 55 kills, 29 blocks, Off the hands, and another for JD.
Like you were just previously mentioning, Avery Tyson has how many aces did you say?
He had 19 coming into this game.
19. I think that means 20 aces because he just aced Baldwinsville, and now it's 19-12.
And he tries to do it again. Kudaraskis backed up into his own teammate. And there's another block from Aiden Bates. This time, though, off Bates' hand, and no one can get to it in time. It is 19-13. The Red Rams' net play cannot be stated enough. It cannot be emphasized enough because it is such a difference maker. McQuaid with too much on it. And maybe that's the drawback of being called up from JV to varsity midseason is you're so excited, you're so hyped. What a diving stop sent over by Keeler. I'll hold the thought as the point goes to Baldwinsville. But you get so excited, you get so hyped up, you want to put everything into it that you have, and like we said, it's about knowing when not to go full throttle.
Yes, even though I think that was just a bad hit by Luke's call, but next time I know he's going to do amazing and hit it straight out into the line and get us the point.
So it is 20-15 now. The referees are saying it went off of the player's hand, but now there's some talk. That's Liam Ramsey for Baldwinsville out there, who's, I don't know if he's debating the call or... well, the call still stands. Let me tell you, I have been doing this for years, 8 or 9 years at this point. You know how many times I have seen an argument with the referee or umpire, etc., actually change the referee or umpire's mind?
How many times?
Once.
Really?
In 9 years, I have seen countless arguments, and I've seen it work once.
Was it a volleyball game or no?
No, it was baseball.
Oh. What was the argument about? Do you remember?
I believe it was a safer and out call. It was close to the bag. Someone was saying, hey, his foot was off, or if the ball was in his hand, something like that.
Hey, I think the refs just think they always know best, and they don't like changing their mind. But it's fine because we have amazing refs.
That's true. It was Ref Appreciation Week a few weeks ago, I believe, which is great because, we have the little ceremony before the game. We thank them for what they do, and then all the parents go back to yelling at them once the game begins.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes when I'm at these games, I'm in the stands, I could just see the anger on the parents' face when they think it's a bad call by the ref, and they start yelling at the ref and saying some bad things to the ref. But the refs just wipe it off because the refs are just amazing. Yeah,
of course, we should not be yelling at anyone. We encourage you to cheer for people and not boo. There's a kill for Luke McQuaid. And the second timeout taken by Baldwinsville. It is 22-17 as we have another quick 1-minute break. Why don't you tell me, Phoenix, what you have liked about this game so far? What have you seen that's impressed you the most?
What's impressed me the most is the court awareness of JD. I mean, the ball just goes over the net with amazing hits from Baldwinsville and amazing tips, and JD's just ready to get it. Like you mentioned previously, Jimmy Wickham, he's gotten amazing passes straight to the setter. I'm on the JV team, and sometimes we cannot do that. But I know if we could do that, we'd be an amazing team, just like the varsity team. Our JD varsity team is so impressive. I'm so excited to see what they can do throughout this game.
I guess if everyone on the JV team could do that, then the varsity team would be twice as big.
Yeah, I guess they would.
Timeout has expired. 22-17 at what could be close to the ending of set number 1. Serve is coming for JD. A lot of power behind it, and it is 23-17. And now we're seeing the bench get fired up, as they often do. You know, I said during the opening announcements, this is kind of DeWitt's very own three-ring circus right here.
No, I played with Justin this Saturday, and he's an amazing player. He gets hits, he gets kills. We were in a tournament, and we got second place. I'm so excited. Justin is number 23, if you didn't know that. I'm so excited to see what he can do on the thing.
He's a hype man for this bench.
He is an amazing hype man. I hear him in the benches, and he just hypes up the team. Without Justin, we'd probably be 0-9. But with Justin, we are 8-1. Just shows how influential he is.
And with the score now 24-17, the Red Rams are on the cusp of taking another step towards being 9-1.
Yes, indeed they are. Luke McQuaid has just gotten ace after ace, and I'm so excited to see what he's about to do in this next point.
The sophomore McQuaid with the serve. Opts for a softer touch this time, Kudaraskis. Now it's sent over, stopped by McQuaid. And the referee's not happy with that, though good effort from, looks like that's Justin Ellithor. (24-18) now back to serve is Liam Ramsey. He has 12 aces on the season, at least coming into this game. But with that, the Red Rams take set number 1.
Yes, indeed they do. There is no doubt in my mind that the Red Rams were going to lose this first set. Just the way they came in the game and the energy was just outstanding. I'm so excited to see how the second set's going to be, and I can't wait for this amazing game to start again.
And there's only one way to find out. We'll be right back in just a moment with set number 2 here on JDTV. Sam Gelfand and Phoenix McBride. We will be right back in about 3 minutes with the start of set number 2. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Jamesville-DeWitt Central High School here in DeWitt, New York. Sam Gelfand and Phoenix McBride for JDTV as the Red Rams just took the first set against the Baldwinsville Bees, 25-18. It was action-packed and quite exciting, wasn't it, Phoenix?
It was very exciting. JD came in with the power, and I guess Baldwinsville just couldn't withstand it. I hope they can this time so we can have a fun, amazing game.
And I don't know why the home score is disappearing every time it resets to 0, but I promise you that it's there. There we go. You know, we almost didn't have a broadcast today because I had to update my computer earlier this afternoon, and everything stopped working. I had to reinstall all of our software and set everything back up again.
Computers can be very difficult sometimes, let me tell you. I got a virus on my computer one time. It was pretty awful.
You know, I'm halfway convinced that no one actually knows how computers work. It's just kind of like lightning in a bottle, and you try enough things, and eventually, you figure it out.
Hope, and eventually the computer will work, or it won't.
You know, it's like I got friends who are programmers, and how do you explain running the same code twice, and it doesn't work the first time, and it does the second?
My dad's a programmer, and he messes up all the time. Like, I ask him for help with some of my AP homework about programming, and he doesn't know how to solve it.
Well, you know, there's also different programming languages and whatnot, which could be an issue. You know, maybe he knows Java, actually, I'm pretty sure everyone knows C++. I'm no programmer, though. But it's 1-1 right now, as Baldwinsville just tied it up. And back to serve is Nick Helbig, the 6'2" sophomore. Barely gets it over the net. That's Wickham, Keeler. And an attempted soft touch, but too close to the net by Nick DeCaney. No, sorry, that's not Nick DeCaney, that's Avery Tyson.
They're both amazing at what they do. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference either.
You know, honestly, half the time Whoa!
That kill from Avery just came out of nowhere. He just slammed it right into the ground. Like we were talking about earlier, like that court awareness that Avery Tyson has just is unmatchable and unstoppable, and we clearly just saw that in that point.
Unstoppable is one way to put it. He's a human dynamo. And now here's Aaron Coe. Avery Tyson is such an important force on the Red Rams squad. Coe sets it up for McQuaid. Dig by Ramsey. Blocks at the net. Sent over gently by Wickham. Kudaraskis with the dig. Soft touch for Treichler. Tyson sent over Kudaraskis with yet another dig. He covers the ground like grass. Whoa. And wow, what a dig by A.J. Hildreth.
A.J. Hildreth, oh my God. That dig was amazing because I could tell Aaron put in full force, and he was so disappointed when Avery digged that up in the air.
And that's the most exciting point of the night so far, and it goes Baldwinsville's way.
Baldwinsville played amazing in that point. I'm so glad they got the point. I'm excited to see what they can do after they just got the lead. You know,
Tyson, he saw that hit. He had it in his sights, and he aimed just a few inches too low, went right into the net. That has to hurt.
Yeah, it probably does. I know if I did that, my morality would be a bit down, but I try to stay focused, and I keep my head in the game. I hope I forget about it.
That's all you can really do, is it's 3-3 now, because with all that battling, as we have Dev Patel coming on, a crowd favorite.
Dev is an amazing middle. Like I said, I was in a tournament with him and Justin on Saturday. We got second place because they're both great players, and I'm so excited to see what Dev can do.
Well, he sets it up, and there was a two-touch, sending it Baldwinsville's way. But, you know, as I was trying to say, with all that battling back and forth for that second-to-last point, it is just 1 point. And you can go back and forth for that was a good 30 seconds or so.
It is just
and yet
1
it's
point.
Just 1 point.
It is just 1 point, but that 1 point like sets the game because it sets the lead of like the next team. And if you have the lead, the other team's morality just goes down and down and down until they just don't want to play anymore. I've had that feeling. I bet they've had that feeling, but you need to get through it.
It is 5-4 now as this serve goes out. And we have substitutions. DeCaney coming on. Looks like Keeler's going to get a break. And now it's Aiden Bates in exchange for Caleb Smith. Coe serving. Set up at the net, off the top of the net. DeCaney with the set, and too much on it from Coe, and he knows it. 6-4. The Red Rams, they reverse it. It seems that there was a violation, according to the talk with the referee and the scorekeepers.
Like you said previously, it's hard to see a ref change his mind, but sometimes some captains just think they can convince him. And like you said, that one time they did, but most times they don't. It
looks like it wasn't anyone convincing them. It seems that there just might have been a violation that they didn't notice, and on second thought, they're like, oh, yeah! 6-5, Red Rams take the lead.
Aiden has hard, fast serves, and you can tell that by that play. I know he was aiming for that person in the middle just so they could float it out the air and get JD the point.
Now here comes another serve from Bates. Set up. Simultaneous blocks at the net, but they touch it. And we're tied up at 6. And Liam Ramsey has been very consistent on the serve for Baldwinsville so far today. He will get another opportunity to do so. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we have a comment section, and if you like what you see or have any thoughts you want to share, let us know. We might read it out on the air. 2-touch for the Red Rams, and now they're down 7-6. These two teams continue to leapfrog.
Yes, they do. They're both amazing teams.
Patel nearly with the kill, and the crowd piped up for it. Here's the set. DeCaney gets it.
DeCaney, I think he just joined volleyball this year, and he is already getting in the groove of it. Like you just saw, he's an amazing hitter and an amazing blocker.
We stand Nick DeCaney. No other way to put it.
Exactly. Great wording.
And DeCaney with another attempt, block at the net. You got to be so careful about touching that net.
Yes, you do. But I know Nick won't stress, and he'll just get the point back on the next play.
So it is 9-6. Nine to 7 now. And serving is Luke McQuaid.
You know, when Luke was on JV, we used to call him Luke McAce because of how much aces he got on the court.
As warranted and demonstrated.
Yeah, it's just currently demonstrated. Luke is amazing at getting aces, and that's all. And it's great. He's great as a player.
Luke McQuace?
Yes, Luke McQuace.
That's stretching it. Ace McQuaid may be better. I don't know. But McQuaid keeps it in, and Baldwinsville exploiting the gap. And you know, let's break this down on the replay.
Was that Brendan Miko?
Well, here's the problem: is this big little oasis here? Red Rams left all that open space. Coe tried to punch it over. Patel does instead. It's amazing how the crowd pipes up every time he touches the ball. And Patel with the block and the kill to the roar of the crowd. And brief MVP chance for Dev Patel.
Yes, indeed. Dev Patel is an amazing player. He just had that amazing block, and awesome. His stats are pretty amazing, too.
That is his first kill of the season, as well as his second block, at least heading into this game. Wickham with the serve. Miscommunication. Can they keep it in? No, though a good effort there from Caleb Way. but he was way off the mark.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
I did see what you did there. Quite clever.
Thank you. That's my job. We're all tied up at 10 now here in the second set. The Red Rams still took set number 1. And Way nearly sends it into Coach Jake Klein. It is 11-10.
This has been quite a close game. What do you think of it so far?
Well, I got to say it's enjoyable for sure, but Baldwinsville just doesn't quite have the same communication that the Red Rams seem to, as the Red Rams chalk up another point. You know, I said at the top of this broadcast that the Red Rams are a case study in team chemistry. I've never seen a team like this where it seems like every single player is best friends with each other.
Yes,
and they think on the same wavelength.
I was practicing with the varsity team yesterday, and the varsity team, that's all our coach works on is team chemistry, because we already have like the skills and the fundamentals. All we need is the chemistry down, and like you just said, we have amazing chemistry. So what else do we really need?
Well, that's the interesting thing, because coming into this season, a lot of people were saying they weren't sure of how the Red Rams would do because, well, there's a put back, and that's 4.
You know.
But keep in mind, the Red Rams only had 4 returning players from the spring, 12 varsity call-ups, which is a ratio that you do not see in many teams. It's a very inexperienced team, at least on the varsity level, but it's been the team chemistry that has kept them in games and kept them winning.
Well, you know, the people who were doubting JD, my team would probably call them haters. They'd hate to see us win, but we are clearly proving them wrong. All the JV people who are moved up to varsity have clearly done an amazing job because they have an 8-1 record.
And take another look at that kill. This went underneath the hands, Bucknered slightly, as it seems that I think they're inspecting the ball. Yep, they're going to swap it out, and Matt Keeler will serve now for Jamesville-DeWitt. It is 13-12. This has been the first set was pretty close, but this one's been even closer.
Yeah, a really close set. Only 1 point differential.
And let's say what they say there.
That means replay. I think it's a replay. Because neither team got the point.
All right, neither team gets the point, so we'll do this one again. Haven't seen that one before, honestly.
A replay? There's a video circling around of Luke McQuaid. He was trying to do the replay sign, but instead it looked like he was like upset because he messed up on his pass. It's super funny.
Gonna have to get that for the air.
Yeah.
As the Baldwinsville coaches are talking something over on the sidelines now, and now Baldwinsville will serve. It's A.J. Hildreth, the sophomore. You know, that's another interesting thing about Baldwinsville is we were talking as Baldwinsville gives up a point about how inexperienced at the varsity level that JD is, but Baldwinsville has 5 sophomores, 4 juniors, and only 2 seniors on their entire roster. So this is a young team.
From what I heard, a lot of Baldwinsville players went to soccer instead of volleyball, but the seniors who stayed clearly stayed for a reason. They stayed to play the game, to have fun, and to win the game. And I just love that spirit.
And you got to love this kill by JD as we take another look at what transpired. Instant putback by Avery Tyson. You know, we have not seen all that much from Ty Parker today.
Ty Parker does have an injury right now.
That would explain why.
That is why we haven't seen much of him. But I'm pretty sure by next week he'll be good and ready to play again.
The Red Rams will certainly hope, and Tyson stepping up to the plate in the meantime. And the bench can't believe it. The bench taken aback, and Baldwinsville calls a timeout. You know, Coach Klein told me before this season started that if there's any player on the Red Rams squad that doesn't get as much respect and notoriety as they deserve, it is Avery Tyson. He said that he just has this innate ability to step up to the plate and do whatever the team needs him to at any given time, and he has demonstrated that tonight.
That has really been displayed here throughout this game by the amount of points Avery Tyson has scored, but I disagree with that statement. Avery Tyson, he has a lot. He just doesn't celebrate until the game has won. He has that really good Mamba mentality. But the most disrespected player on the court, I think, is Matt Keeler, because all he does is set, and no one really thinks much of the setter. But I really think the setters are have amazing jobs because of how good work they do. Without the setter, we wouldn't have a good team because we just have like people who dabble on sets and lose us the point. But with Matt Keeler on the team, our team is well-rounded and is an A+ team overall.
So let's take a look quickly at the All-Salt City Athletic Conference picks from the spring. Ty Parker and Avery Tyson, the only two returning. Cerrone, Werner, Brand, and Moore graduated. Tyson an honorable mention, Ty Parker all first team. And you have to wonder who might add that list at the end of this season.
My bets are Avery Coe and Aiden Bates. They are amazing players. I'm pretty sure they were on a news article once. That's how big they are. They know how to play the game. They have amazing court awareness. I'm so excited to see what they can do in the future.
And actually, speaking of newspaper articles, Syracuse.com today released a poll on who is the best soccer goalie in Section 3 and who is the featured photo but Sam Allen, the JD goalie.
I saw that on Instagram, and immediately I thought Sam Allen. Sam Allen is an amazing goalie. He doesn't let the ball get past the goal. He's amazing at soccer. I'm pretty sure he might go D1. I'm so excited for Sam Allen.
And if you're excited as well, we are hoping that if tomorrow's game against Living Word, which we'll be bringing you again on JDTV,
I'm hoping that too.
If that game goes short, we may be able to run all our equipment over to the other field and bring you tomorrow's soccer game against East Syracuse Manoa as well, which I've been told determines the SCAC Empire Conference Championship.
Yeah, I've been told that as well. My friends invited me to go to the soccer game. I was debating on going, but if I'm going to be on JDTV, then I'll definitely go.
Yeah, you might have to now.
Yeah.
So hopefully tomorrow we might bring you a double feature. Wouldn't that be exciting?
That would be exciting.
So make sure you join us here tomorrow. 4:30 is the start time of the game against Living Word, and then 6:30 the start time for the soccer game against East Syracuse Manoa.
4:30 p.m. or a.m.?
You know, if I had to show up at 4:30 a.m. for one of these games, I'd probably quit.
I wouldn't. I'm up till like 5 a.m. Just kidding. No, I'm not.
I hope for your GPA's sake you're not. But
yeah, that'd be pretty bad. Even though they call me a night owl because of how late I stay up. It's my nickname on the court, night owl.
But, you know, I talked to Mr. Goodson earlier in this season, our athletic director, and, you know, I've asked him multiple times, why do you schedule Saturday morning games at like 9 a.m.?
I know. Like, I feel bad. Oswego one time had to come over at 9 a.m. on Saturday, and I felt bad for the players because Oswego is an hour away, so I know they had to wake up at 6 a.m., ride the bus, and then they got here super early at like 7 a.m. So they ride the bus here, which took an hour. They were probably all super tired. Unfortunately, the JV team could not get a win, but the varsity team did get a win against Oswego. It was an amazing game. I'm pretty sure we won in 3 sets, just like we did last time we played Oswego.
And it was all set up for Coe, but he hits it into the net, and the margin is once again shrinking. It is 19-17, though the Red Rams are in the lead. The Bees will now serve. DeCaney sends it over. Set up by Mitchell, and a kill for Luke McQuaid.
Luke McQuaid, like I said previously, he was on JV and is an amazing player. He knows how to block, he knows how to hit, he knows how to pass. He's a jack of all trades. I'm so excited to see what he's about to do on his serve.
So McQuaid takes it for a ride. Kudaraskis with a dig. Way. Set up. Over, off DeCaney's hands. No one gets to it. Yes, Way.
That was amazing court awareness from Nick Hiblig.
Helbig.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Nick Helbig.
No worries.
He knew where to put the ball, and he knew how to score the point on JD.
So it is
He's clearly trying to win this game for Baldwinsville.
It is 20-18. Coe with the dig off the top of the net, and they give it to the Red Rams. The student section in all pink today.
Yes, I'm pretty sure today is Breast Cancer Awareness Day. for JD, so the school told us to wear pink today. That's why Baldwinsville is wearing pink too, because of breast cancer awareness.
That would explain the fluorescent pink uniforms. I'm pretty sure if you turned off the lights in this gym, they would glow.
Yeah, probably would.
So it is Brendan Mitchell, who has 18 aces on the season with the serve. DeCaney sets it up for Coe. Kudaraskis with the dig. That's Mitchell. And it's 22-19. The Red Rams are hoping to take set number 2 as well. Now, here's an interesting fact that out of the 10 losses for the Baldwinsville Bees, only one of them was not 3-0.
One of them was not 3 sets. That's very impressive because I'm watching the Baldwinsville Bees right now, and they're playing amazing. I know JD's playing some of their bench players, but still, Baldwinsville's really giving them the stuff, and I can't believe that they've only won 1 set out of 10 losses.
That's often the issue when it comes to Class AA teams, is they just, by the nature of being a larger school, they have a larger talent pool to draw from. But yes, they're on September 23rd against Oswego, actually, who we were just talking about. Here's a timeout taken by Baldwinsville. Once again, they've taken both timeouts in each set. On September 23rd against Oswego, they lost 3-2. All other 9 losses were 3-0. Their 2 wins this year came against Central Square.
Central Square. We played Central Square at the first game of the year. It was an amazing, fun game, energetic game. I had fun watching the varsity team whip Central Square, but I'm excited. I hope that they can do it against, I don't know if they're going to do it against Baldwinsville this time. We shall see.
Now let's talk about, actually, this isn't the last meeting anymore, but the second to last time these two teams met was April 8th. The Red Rams won that 3-2. Ty Parker had 12 kills, 4 blocks, and assists. John Morrissey, who's no longer on the Baldwinsville squad, had 7 kills and 7 digs and 4 aces. That's a nice, well-rounded stat line at the end of the day.
That is a well-rounded stat line. Unfortunately, Ty Parker is injured, as I said previously, but I know he will be back next week, so we'll be able to talk about him then. But that is an amazing stat line. And he was only in 11th grade at the time, if I'm correct.
That is correct. Now, here it is 24-19 off the serve by Matt Keeler. And Keeler is hoping to put the nail in the coffin on the second set. But that will not be it. Substitution for Baldwinsville. Nick Helbig coming off in favor of A.J. Hildreth, who will serve. Baldwinsville only 4 people on the bench compared to, well, a lot more for J.D. I'm not doing the math.
Our coach brought a lot of people on the bench for support, not to get a lot of playing time, but like Mike mentioned previously, Justin, he's an amazing support character. He hypes the team up. He gets them like hype. He gets them in the mood to win. And our coach just brings on more players like that. And they might help our team more than the actual players who play because they boost morale, they make us play better. That's that.
And so the Red Rams take set number 2, 25-20. We'll be back in 3 minutes with set number 3 here on JDTV. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, to the Jamesville-DeWitt Central High School here in DeWitt, New York. Sam Gelfand and Phoenix McBride on JDTV. But here's the issue, is that both Phoenix and our cameraman ran to get a drink during the break between these second and third sets, and they're not back yet, which means that I may have to do everything until they return. So this is my hand in the camera in the meantime. And let's see if I can hold down 3 or 4 jobs at once. Yes, good. Keep killing this time. This is saving my skin. So set number 1 went to the Red Rams 25-18. Set number 2, 25-20. And we'll see what happens here in set number 3 in just a moment. Got to take advantage of this technology we've got, because isn't it just something? So Matt Keeler will serve. More blocks at the net. Kudaraskis with a dig. And Tyson to the block of the net. But the Red Rams up 1-0. And here we go for point number 2, Wickham with a dig. And the cavalry has arrived. You had to get the slice of pizza in too, didn't you?
Yeah, I was super hungry after broadcasting these last 2 games. They've been very exciting and very energy fulfilling.
Yeah, you know, they don't tell you that this broadcasting is actually, it's pretty physical. It burns a lot of calories. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine who was actually getting his master's in psychology. And he said to me, you know, they found that chess masters, like chess grandmasters, burn something like 6,000 calories a day because the stress of thinking burns so many calories, because the focus, the thought takes so much energy, and broadcasting is really kind of the same thing. You get hungry.
Masters, you said?
Chess grandmasters, yes.
I do chess. Like, if it burns 6,000 calories a day, it'll be amazing and some fun to do.
Yeah, it's a lot of food you got to eat, though. That's the downside.
It is a lot of food you got to eat. I got to eat the amount of food like the Flash eats. The Flash eats like 20 pancakes a day, 20 eggs a day. I'm going to be eating that if I do chess.
Yeah, you know, another good friend of mine, my best friend actually, he used to be a competitive power lifter, and I swear that man went through like 2 steaks a day.
2 steaks a day?
Well, I mean, have you ever seen what they do in competitive powerlifting? My friend was deadlifting 425.
Did you watch the Olympics?
I did not watch the Olympics, actually.
There was some dude who deadlifted like 700 pounds, I think, and he won the gold medal. Super cool. I was watching it while it was happening. One of the funnest experiences of my life.
You didn't get to go to Tokyo, did you?
No. I wish I could. I wish I could, though.
And that one falls. It's 4-2, the Red Rams taking an early lead in set number 3. By the way, thank you guys for returning in time, because feel like I looked a little ridiculous, like an octopus trying to control everything at the same time. The serve from Aaron Coe went into the net. It's 4-3. And Coe saves it. Wickham, and sent over by Keeler. Mitchell, and that's in. Let's break it down again. Yeah, that landed somewhere right around here.
Liam Ramsey has amazing court awareness, as you could tell by that play. He just knew where to put the ball. He doesn't want to lose this last set. He wants to win the game. I can just tell by the way he's playing right now.
It is instinctual to him as Carter King is on the court for the first time in this game. Great to see him. We saw him during baseball season where, man, that kid can hit baseballs.
I don't watch baseball, but right now I'm pretty sure it's the Final Four of the playoffs. I'm a Red Sox fan personally because I used to live in Boston. I'm excited for them to win the championship because I know they're going to win. just like I can tell that some of these players know they're going to win the volleyball game.
It seems red is a common theme with you then.
Mm-hmm. It is a common theme with me. I feel like it should be like the mentality you have going into every sport.
Seeing red. And there is a point for the Red Rams. Unless, no! Went off someone's hand, it seems. And so that goes Baldwinsville's way. Once again, let's not forget that of the 9 losses the Bees have had this season, or 10 of them, 9 of them were clean sheets, to borrow a soccer term.
9 of them were clean sweeps. I know. It's, like I said earlier, it's unbelievable that these players got swept by anyone from how good they're playing tonight. Just shows us how good the whole league is at volleyball.
There's a lot of great competition here in upstate New York. Then again, I guess all sports that take place inside of a gym must get a lot of practice in weather like this.
Yeah. I think what sets the good team.
Oh, wow! Aaron Coe with quite a save.
Aaron Coe is an amazing player.
And Carter King!
Wow. Can we get a replay on that, please?
Absolutely. Carter King doing King things.
Carter King, oh my God. Carter King, like you said, is a king. He is so good at this sport. He's an amazing bench player. He's amazing outside. Oh my God. That play was just so well-rounded and so well played. I hope they run it again.
He hasn't seen too much playing time. Like I said, he's a bench player. That is kill number 4 for him this season. But you can see why they're at least keeping him around.
I think what separates the amazing teams from the great teams is like their work ethic. I know when I'm with JD and I'm practicing with varsity, they're working their tails off, trying to be better and better every day. And
it's so much easier to work harder when you have the chemistry like this team does.
This team has a 99% team chemistry. Team chemistry is so good.
And a great save by Kudaraskis. This could still be viable, sent up and over by Michael Ryan, and the Red Rams get it. This team has more chemistry than a bunch of multicolored test tubes.
Yeah, I know. JD really just is like that. They're just an amazing team with amazing chemistry.
9-6 now. Kept alive by Coe. And Coe will barely get it over. Coe sets for Tyson. Kudaraskis with the save. And it goes off Coe's hands and results in a point for Baldwinsville. 9-7 now.
Baldwinsville is clearly fighting for a victory. They haven't won a single set yet, but I know they're trying to push it through and win the set, then win the game. That's just what Baldwinsville does.
And they've kept it close. I mean, set 1 was 25-18. Set 2 was 25-20. And that was a net touch by Justin Ellithorpe. And so he will have a brief talking to with Coach Jake Klein.
You know, Coach Jake Klein coaches me, and he's just an amazing coach.
And a zinger off the hands of Michael Ryan makes it 10-8. Don't forget, if you're enjoying this, to stop back here at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow for our matchup against Living Word Academy. And then hopefully, and we'll let you know on the air kind of what the status is going to be, but hopefully we'll also get to see the soccer match against East Syracuse Manoa. Now it is Will Cooper who is serving. This is the first time we've seen him tonight.
I played with Will Cooper last year. He is an amazing person, and better yet, an amazing player. I'm pretty sure he's a libero. He knows how to pass. He knows how to set. Unfortunately, that serve didn't make it over, but he knows how to serve. He knows what he's doing, and I'm so excited to see what he's about to do in this set.
And you know what else he knows how to do, actually? He was our cameraman for the last girls' volleyball game. He was.
Oh, that's amazing. So clearly he also knows how to commentate.
Well, no, he just did the camera. But it's 11-9 now. He probably could call the game if we left it up to him.
I bet Will could be an amazing commentator. Just like he's an amazing commentator.
And now it is Michael Ryan, who has 18 kills and 1 ace this season. Block of the net from Tyson. Tyson has been a workhorse. You really have not seen him on the bench much tonight. Carter King! Nice stop. And wow! Liam Ramsey with a desperation over.
Like I said, they don't want to lose this game. They're not going to lose this game.
Kudarowskis. And that one was sent over by Ryan. Off the hands of Ryan, and that's a Baldwinsville point, and they earned it. Boy, did they fight for it. Let's take another look. Oh, this is a fun one.
This is a fun game. I'm excited to see how it concludes.
Over the line, and it's 12-10 now. Keeler coming in for Ellithorpe, and Keeler will serve. And right into the net. Little rusty, maybe. Is it hard to get going when you're coming off the bench for an extended period of time?
I don't think it's hard at all. I don't think it's hard at all. I just think it's easier to get going when you're coming off the bench because you're watching, you're like watching, thinking about what you did wrong, and then thinking about how you can do to improve your game plan. See what I mean? Matt Keeler just got off the bench, and he's already playing amazing with that amazing save and that amazing set. He just knows what he's doing.
Lost the camera for a moment there, but we got it back just in time to see a foot race between Will Duran, who's now in this game, and Will Cooper.
Tied.
And we are tied up at 12.
Baldwinsville clearly does not want to lose this game.
No, they're staying in it. It's Brendan Mitcho.
They are in it to win it.
Sent over by Matt Keeler, who gets the kill. It's 13-12. Coming in now for the second time is Carter King.
I'm not surprised. Carter King is an amazing player.
And Aaron Coe coming on as well in exchange for Ben Schellinger.
I can tell right now, Aaron Coe's goal is to ace the next 12 points and to win JD the game.
It's a lofty goal.
It is a lofty goal. One time in middle school, I actually achieved that goal and got 14 aces.
That is really impressive.
Yeah, but it was up against Henniger, which is not known for their volleyball, but still, it was a fun game.
Yeah, the Syracuse City School District is not known for its volleyball, but everywhere just about outside of Syracuse proper has developed great programs.
Into a great volleyball. When I move up to varsity, I'm excited for the competition.
DeWitt, Liverpool,
Oswego, FM.
Fulton, I believe, as well as a good team.
Unfortunately, the boys do not play Fulton volleyball team, but we do play CNS.
I know that Fulton's girls volleyball team is currently first place in that league. They're actually, JD and Fulton are the only two in the Salt City Athletic Conference with winning records right now.
Our JD girls team?
Yeah, they're doing real well too.
I was at our JD girls senior night the other day, and they lost to Skinny Atlas 3-1. But if you're saying, and my sister is on that team, and I know she's an amazing player, so I assume they probably must be doing really well.
Yeah, they played their hearts out, but they just, because we cover this game as well, and of course you can take a look through our YouTube channel and watch that game back if you want to. The Red Rams, wow, what a block there by Liam Ramsey, but the Red Rams girls team in that senior night contest just, they could not get it going early on. They were very slow to start, and they made it close at the end of each set, but they just, it took their wheels were spinning for a little bit.
They didn't. It was a close game. Amazing coaching from the coach, Miss Ferris. Amazing playing from the players. It was an amazing senior night. It was a fun game. Unfortunately, they just couldn't catch up.
And speaking of amazing, Michael Ryan with an excellent kill.
Michael Ryan is an awesome middle. He knows where to send the ball. He knows when to tip the ball. He knows when to hit the ball. I'm so excited to see what he's about to do this set. He knows how to block. Michael Ryan is just amazing at everything.
But how many miles an hour do you think that was coming off of his hand?
Looked like 2 million miles an hour to me, going like the speed of light or something.
Set up, sent over by King, and too much on it. We are all tied up at 16 now. Seems that Carter King, his mentality in volleyball is kind of the same as in baseball, really, which is just hit it as hard as possible. And the set just a little bit undercooked as Michael Ryan tried to get there, but couldn't do much with it. Carter King in baseball, of course, is someone you can trust in your kitchen with potatoes because all he does is mash.
What position does he play in baseball?
He is a second baseman, I believe, but he led the team in home runs.
He looks like an amazing baseball player, just as he's an amazing volleyball player.
And now it's Zach Treichler back to serve for Baldwinsville, the 6-foot-tall junior. Shout out to Baldwinsville for including their heights on their roster.
Did I read that right? Zach Treichler has 25 kills?
That's correct.
Wow, that is a lot of kills.
Leading the team is Liam Ramsey with 64.
Liam Ramsey has 64 kills. Well, leading the team in digs is Braden Kudaraskas with 94 digs. Jesus, when the ball goes to him, he just gets it in the air, I guess.
And that's, of course, before this game. He's probably added a good 15 more or so during this one.
And that puts him over 100 digs. Nice milestone for Brian.
Set up. And that was Challenger who sent it over, but the Bees are keeping it alive till they send it out of bounds. That was smart there of Aiden Bates to let it go because sometimes you can get you get hyped when you see that, and even though it's heading out of bounds, you can't keep yourself from hitting it sometimes. A good restraint. You know, we've talked about that a little bit throughout this game. It's kind of like jazz. They say jazz, it's about the notes that you don't play as well as the notes that you do.
Yeah, I love listening to jazz sometimes, just like I love watching the game. I mean, they're actually very similar in some ways. They can calm you down, they can hype you up. I mean,
I do enjoy some good jazz.
Some may call volleyball the jazz of sports.
You know what? I like that moniker. That's good. Got any recommendations for everyone at home?
Unfortunately, I do not right now, but if I pull up my phone after the game, I can give you some jazz recommendations.
Please do. I would like some new jazz. Tyson keeping it alive for the Red Rams, and now he will try to send it over into the net. And Baldwinsville is in danger of taking this set as it's 20-18.
Baldwinsville clearly does not want to lose this game. Number 13 is about to serve the ball.
Set up, sent over by Ryan. And Ryan with the block at the net. And it's 20-19. This one is coming down to the wire.
As mentioned previously, I used to play with Mike Ryan. I was the right side to his middle. We were the blocking maestros. We blocked everything. They only could tip, and even the tips might not have gotten over the net. Mike Ryan is an amazing blocker.
Ryan coming into this game at 8 blocks. Set up at Challenger. 21-19. You know, something we haven't actually talked about is, take a look at this. It has been over a week since both teams have played. The Red Rams haven't played since the 6th. The Bees the 8th.
Unfortunately, our game against Living Word last time we were trying to set up a game, the power went out and we couldn't play them, so we're playing them tomorrow, the 28th. Tomorrow at 4:30. And I hope it's an amazing game. But yes, we are both a little bit rusty at the sport right now because we haven't played in a week. But as you can clearly see, we're still getting the hits in, getting the sets in, digging the balls, and I can't ask for anything more.
Well, it's Matt Keeler who can certainly ask for an ace here, though he doesn't get one. Kept alive and up towards us.
Ball almost went all the way up to us.
And you know, you were talking about Keeler's setting ability, though he didn't really get the chance to show it there. He does lead the team coming into this game with 153 assists.
153 assists?
Just to put that in perspective, the entire team has 262. He has 153 of them.
Matt Keeler, like I said previously, Matt Keeler is highly underrated. He's an amazing setter, an amazing playmaker. He's amazing at the sport.
However, it is the Red Rams who call a timeout for the first time in this contest.
Our coach, Coach Klein, he knows when to call a timeout. He knows when to make those tough calls. And clearly right now, that's exactly what he's doing. He wants to win this set. He wants it to be 3-0. He doesn't want to be one of the teams that Baldwinsville's beat in a set. He wants to be one of the teams that sweeps Baldwinsville in a set. And clearly he is showing that by calling a timeout.
Now, we got a moment. Why don't we take a look at what is going on today? It's World Food Day today.
World Food Day.
So make sure to eat something, and it's also Global Cat Day. I guess you could see how those two could be combined. Give your cat something nice to eat.
Unfortunately, I'm allergic to cats. So
Me too. Unfortunately, it's also National Dictionary Day today.
I used to read the dictionary in 5th grade. I know a lot.
I did too. And also, it's National Bosses Day, so quick shout-out to our athletic director, John Goodson, who helps us put this all together, and we're really here because of him.
I'm pretty sure his daughter plays volleyball as well.
She does, and she's the one player who I will never criticize.
Yeah, makes sense.
Keeler and Coe gets the kill to keep the Red Rams' chances alive. You can see that after this timeout, the Red Rams have cycled in the A-team.
The whole A-team? Well, Will Cooper is still on, but and they're putting back up Mike Carter. But they're pretty much A-team members, so I guess they did cycle in the whole A-team.
Yeah, Carter King now in. 23-21. Baldwinsville 2 points away from taking their first set of the night. A little soft touch. Keeler sets it up. Tyson punches it over. That's inside.
Aaron has amazing court awareness. He knew putting the ball there would get them the point. He wants to win this game. He feels the need to win this game. They brought the score from 20 to 23 back to 22 to 23, and I think they're planning to tie the game.
And now Baldwinsville has taken a timeout.
Baldwinsville also has an amazing coach, just like JD has an amazing coach. He clearly sees that JD is coming up with a plan to beat Baldwinsville, and he doesn't want that to happen. He's trying to ice their servers, ice their players, and then he's trying to hype up his players and make sure they can take this set.
And when you look at the two biggest contributors for Baldwinsville, both today and definitely today and maybe this season, it comes down to Braden Kudarauskas and Brendan Micho. Micho had 19 assists in his last time against JD, and he has 187 on the season, even more than Matt Keeler, actually. And Kudarauskas, as we talked about, has reached over 100 digs on the season thanks to his contributions tonight. And both of them are sophomores. So Baldwinsville still has – they have 2 more years out of them after this one.
Oh, they better be prepared, because in the next 2 years they're going to be playing me. So –
what grade are you in right now?
I'm a sophomore right now.
Yeah, you'll probably be up on this varsity roster before you know it.
Yeah.
The Red Rams have 2 sophomores on the squad currently. Carter King over Kudarauskas, can't get to it in time.
He's an amazing player. Can we get a replay on that?
Absolutely. Here we go.
You can see Carter King looking for where to place the ball. He hits the ball. He puts it right to the middle. No one's going to receive that.
So we are tied at 23, and this third set is as dramatic as any we have seen in this game or this season so far.
Clearly it is super close.
That's 2 touches, and the Red Rams are 1 point away from it.
Carter King, more like Carter Clutch. He's clearly clutching up in the last seconds of the game. He's doing amazing. He's getting the team points. He's doing exactly what they need to win the game.
The king of clutch, it seems, as here's the serve from Coe. Kudarauskas with the dig. Mitchell sent over. And into the net. We are tied at 24. It comes down to this.
Oh my
Except
God. This
you do have to win by 2.
You have to win by 2, yes. They're subbing in number 14 for number 4. Number 4 is clearly their clutch server.
A.J. Hildreth, and that is Nick Helbig who goes to the bench. So now A.J. Hildreth, the sophomore, serves. It's off the top of the net, kept alive by J.D. Tyson sends it over. Hildreth, Mitchell. And that's a point for J.D. It's 25-24. If they get one more, that's the game. Baldwinsville.
Avery Tyson's getting the last serve, and you got to be wondering, what's he thinking in his mind right now? What's he thinking to win the game for J.D.?
Well, Baldwinsville takes their final timeout. 1 point away are the Red Rams from victory here tonight. And, of course, we thank you for sticking with us this entire game so far. Sam Gelfand and Phoenix McBride on the call.
Right now, JD's bench is chanting to support the JD boys volleyball team. They want us to win the game just as much as we want us to win the game, and they're super excited. They're all standing up. They're all cheering for their team, and I would expect nothing less from this amazing school.
Yeah, the flock has really been out in force since we've been allowed to have fans back, which is really great to see. Though I got to admit, I did enjoy the increased viewership when no one could come to the games because everyone had to watch the broadcasts.
It doesn't really matter. Mike Tyson was just giving Mike.
Oh, Avery Tyson might as well be the Mike Tyson of this squad.
Yeah, I know about.
Here it comes, and there it is!
That's game! Tyner just won the game with his amazing hit right down the middle, beating Baldwinsville 26-24.
And the fans stormed the court. And JD takes this one 3-0 in an electric matchup.
My God.
Here's how it ended one more time. Carter King.
How fast do you think that ball was going, Sam?
Honestly, it doesn't even matter because the Red Rams took this one in style, fending off the Baldwinsville Bees in 3 sets. A hard-fought victory for the Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams, who improved to 9-1 on the season. The Bees dropped to 2-11, but they played their hearts out, and there should be nothing taken away from their performance. But in the meantime, thank you very much for joining us here live on JD TV. Do not forget, 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. Be right back here for this volleyball contest against Living Word Academy, another boys volleyball matchup. It's going to be just as electric as this one. And in the meantime, my name is Sam Gelfand. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Phoenix McBride, and everyone here at JD TV and Section 3 Athletics, have a very good night wherever you may be.